What's the competition been like? Just you trying to beat the demons every week, but still also make them better at the same time.
Yeah, competitive has been there. Has been high ever since Chaz got here, and everybody brings juice, and we're ready to go and compete.
Why have you been able to just embrace his coaching style and run with what he's taught you?
Yeah, I think just the energy he brings every day. It's affectionate, and we feed off that. And he comes in with high energy into each team meeting, and gets us ready to go practice.
Has there been a different feel for you out here since the end of spring compared to now, and what's kind of gone into your growth from those two time periods?
Yeah, I'm definitely more comfortable in the offense. I feel like I got a good grasp of it now, and making checks and stuff like that. So definitely feel more comfortable in the offense.
Did you guys do the player-only practices over the summer, like meet? Did you help organize that? How much did that help?
Yeah, it's not hard. Make a couple group chats with the guys and send them a text. But yeah, it was fun, doing those little player-led workouts.
And you mentioned being more comfortable. You think back to this time last year, you were just getting here and you had to get up to speed so fast. How much more, confident are you just being able to run this offense knowing you had a spring under your belt?
Very. That spring's important, and I was glad I got to get that under my belt. And, here we are in fall, and, I feel way more comfortable in the offense, and, I'm still progressing as it goes through. So.
And then when it comes to maybe the urgency of the fall versus, the spring, where you still had quite a bit of time before that first game, and now you're, a month away, is there any difference in as far as what you're seeing out here and how you guys are competing?
As far as
just
the
like
juice? No, I think we've had it throughout the spring, and it's carried over to the fall. And, we're really excited for that week one. So, our job is to stay where our feet is and take it day by day and, execute the days when we go out there.
Roger said your mentality was that everybody come with me. Can you describe, what your leadership style is like and kind of why your mentality is that?
You said Roderick said that?
Yeah.
He said everybody come. Yeah, man, I think my job this year is to lead a group of young men. And, man, I'm just trying to get better myself at that every day and, elevating the other leaders that are on our team to, be more vocal out there. We talk a lot of trash, and I think that gets the morale up. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Nico, obviously you're one of the most talked about college football players right now, but how do you balance those expectations with this new program that you're trying to establish now?
I think just staying grounded, it's not hard to, exit out all the outside noise and really just be, here with my teammates, and we're striving to get better every day. So I think really just keeping my mind with my team and trying to get better every day.
Roderick said you were the hype guy for Stretch today. What was your message to the guys? Did you say anything?
Yeah, I don't think I said anything too interesting. I said, the Bruins Jacks, and hopefully got them juiced up a little bit. But defense said, I ain't get my offense hyped up enough, so I'll do a better job.
How has having your younger brother here just helped you?
Yeah, it's helped me a lot, man. Just having, my blood next to me every day. And, yeah, I'm trying to help him as much as I can, in his process with, growing up into a young quarterback. So.
Go ahead.
There's been turnover with the offensive line. We talk about comfort. How comfortable are you with the line right now? And who's standing out to you?
Very. I think, I don't want to point out any names. I think, all five are doing a good job. And, we're still, moving pieces around. So, really haven't I don't really want to say too many names, but there's a couple names out there for sure.
What have been some of your biggest self-reflections in the last year, just from last year to this year, now getting ready to lead this team the way you want to?
I think just being more consistent with my gameplay. I think, week in, week out, whether that's my preparation, whether how I eat, how I sleep, I think, taking that next step this year and, really diving into that.
Nico, you talked about, at Big Media Day, how since you've met Coach Chesney, he's been the same person ever since. How has his consistency kind of given you comfort and stability going into, the second year of UCLA?
Yeah, he's gave me great comfortability, man. Him being the same man every day, I think it's easier for, the whole team to want to go out there and play for him. So it's been fun.
There's a lot of NFL guys who cycle in and out of this practice facility. Have you had a chance to chew the fat with any of them and talk to them, and they give you any messages that have been helpful?
Yeah. I talked to Eric Kendricks a couple times when he's here working out, And man, he just tells me to stay the course, stay leading the guys, and be that positive energy to the guys. So yeah, it's great having a lot of guys, a lot of legends come here and work out, and you get to chop it up with them a little bit.
Supposedly Aaron Donald was here today. Did you see him?
I did not see Aaron Donald. No, we had a full schedule today, so I didn't get a chance.
Nico, we saw you just miss Aiden Mizell during the first team period. You talked about him at Big Ten Media Day a little bit. How has he progressed since the spring, and what are your expectations for him?
He's progressed great, man. He's a very great deep threat, and I think getting the whole route tree down was the main emphasis for him. And yeah, man, throughout this fall camp, he's looked great.
And with John Boyer, what is he bringing as the quarterback coach? What are you learning from him? What's it like to be coached by him?
Man, Coach Boyer brings a lot to the table. Him and Coach Candy have a great relationship, and they do a great job coaching us. And yeah, Coach Boyer is just really quarterback savvy. He's been a quarterback coach for a long time, so I'm trying to get as much knowledge as I can.
Time for 2 more.
Go ahead.
We saw you guys drilling with both Braden and Josh out there with the offense. How comfortable do you feel in 12 personnel?
I feel great, yeah. Our 12 personnel gives a lot of problems as far as defense looks. Having them sub out and bring in their base personnel. So I think there's a lot more potential that we can get out of the 12 personnel, and we're working every day to get that.
And you obviously have the dual threat ability. We saw, you weren't afraid to take your share of hits last year when needed and get out and run. Is there anything you learned from last year as far as maybe preserving your body a little bit more, when to take those chances and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Last year, I felt like I had to. At times, when it was time for me to go, I had to go. But definitely being more, protective over my body and taking less hits was definitely it's a main emphasis every year. But this year, definitely want to, emphasize on not taking too many hits.
Are you someone who's comfortable with sliding, or is that out of the question?
I'm not a slider. So
never played baseball growing up, friend?
No baseball. I tried. Baseball just wasn't it for me. And yeah, I'm not a great slider. So, you guys will see me just get down. So.
Have you done anything accuracy-wise to work on that?
Accuracy-wise to work on sliding?
No. Like pulling deep routes, stuff like that.
Yeah, man. I'm with 3D QB as much as I can be. We're in camp now, so it's kind of up to me to coach myself out there, and Coach Boyer and Coach Kennedy. But yeah, no, I definitely was working with 3D QB and my coaches.
Well, there. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Nico.
have a good
Thank
one.
you.